Hi, Mystic Lightning here. The moment is finally here. We are going to talk about Taylor Swift. You might be the biggest Swiftie in the world, or you could care less, but Taylor Swift is a force of nature that cannot be ignored. Since this podcast focuses on making practical usage of astrology, I will use just enough astrological language to keep organized, but I will try to focus on the analysis of Taylor's natal chart. Like many celebrities, we do not have an accurate birth time for Taylor Swift, so I'm going to look at only her planetary placements and aspects. I will also highlight her Saturn return because it is very obvious what her Saturn trial was. Overall, Taylor's life is blessed. Sagittarius suns are already born with an extra bit of fairy dust, but Taylor's natal chart is set up for success. Her sun's ruling planet, Jupiter, is exalted in Cancer, so societal success was always within her grasp. Furthermore, the most important planet in the chart, the moon, is dignified in Cancer and conjunct her Jupiter. It's not surprising from this chart that her parents, Scott and Andrea, are both super supportive of Taylor. When the moon and Jupiter are conjunct like it is for Taylor, that means the whole family is fully behind making the native a success. Her parents even moved to a Nashville suburb from Pennsylvania to help her budding country music career. Her moon conjunct Jupiter aspect also indicates that Taylor's path in life was going to be evident from a young age. Taylor's chart is powerful because so many of her planets are either in dignity or in exaltation. Her Sun, Mercury, and Venus are not, but they are ruled by planets that are. In other words, every one of her personal planets are set up to work for her and not against her. The planets that indicate societal success, Jupiter and Saturn, are in exaltation and dignity, respectively. As you can see, with even a little bit of effort, Taylor was going to make something of her life. This is a good moment to point out that people's success is often a matter of luck. That's why there is no reason to judge people for their failures, nor fawn over people's successes. Whether in the physical world or in the sky, things had to line up for success to happen. It's not exactly a matter of just hard work. To reach Taylor's level of global success, you have to have the support of the gods. The gods have to want you to be a superstar. Before I talk about Taylor's Saturn return, I want to point out that due to Taylor's Moon and Venus placements, it explains why she's had so many ex-boyfriends. Her Cancer Moon wants to snuggle up in bed and just watch a movie on Netflix, but her Venus in Aquarius tends to attract men who don't necessarily take her seriously. She's not necessarily taking them too seriously either, but if someone is going to be with her long term, it has to be someone who understands that she needs to be able to have a breezy social demeanor while at the same time be emotionally intimate. People with Sagittarius and Aquarius energy need to feel that they're not caged, but this conflicts with the Cancerian desire to claim someone as their own. Now for the Saturn return. If you're a Swiftie, it's obviously the whole Masters ordeal with her former record label, Big Machine Records. Everyone goes through a Saturn return period from around their late 20s to their early 30s. For most people, there can be some palpable difficulty because there's some growing up to do. If you survive your Saturn return intact, then you should be an adult in astrological terms. In August 2018, Taylor attempted to buy back her masters from Big Machine. Saturn had just entered Capricorn at that time, which is the sign her natal Saturn is in. Thus, her Saturn return began. On June 30th, 2019, Scooter Braun acquired Big Machine through his holding company, Ithaca Holdings. By that point, Saturn had already crossed over her natal degree. Saturn had made its return, and it wanted an adult decision from Taylor. Considering her Mars in Scorpio and Saturn in Capricorn, it only made sense that she would end up announcing that she would be re-recording all of her original 6 albums. If Big Machine and Scooter Braun had consulted a good astrologer, they would have told them that they should capitulate and negotiate a peace offering with Taylor. Not only is she willing to do something that is out of the box with her art, Venus in Aquarius, she is certainly not going to relinquish control of her music to exploitative parties. Mars conjunct Pluto in Scorpio would have infuriated her, while her Capricorn Saturn would have made a decision for her that's best for the long haul. Now her musical legacy is completely in her hands. Next week, I will cover the other person that everyone is dying to know about, Travis Kelce. See you guys next week. Mystic Lightning, signing off.